So when and why did you start golfing?
Well, my parents started playing when I was 7 years of age, and obviously the whole family started as well. So that was, he used to play soccer for his local golf club, but then he got to the age where a bit too old, so he decided to play golf. So the whole family started playing golf when I was 7 years of age.
Yeah, so it's a family business.
Yeah, exactly, a family affair.
Okay, what is your best golf moment?
Well, obviously my best golf moment would be winning the Masters in 1991, and after that I would say being part of the Ryder Cup is a fantastic achievement, and being part of that and being so successful. It's been
8 times a winner.
8 times a winner and Ryder Cup captain. It's been brilliant.
And
yeah.
vice captain before that.
And vice captain
with
yeah.
some turns.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
good moments.
Good moments, yeah.
Okay. So what really did the Ryder Cup mean to you?
Well, I think for being part of the Ryder Cup, it meant you've got to the stage in golf where in Europe, especially, you've got to a stature where you're playing 8 times. It means you've been very successful, and but I think it's more about the competitiveness against America. We wanted to prove that Europe was a very strong tour, and I think over the years we've proved that.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
What are our European chances in Chicago?
Well, I think looking at the two teams are very, very strong. So it's very difficult to say who could win. Obviously people saying home advantage. Yes, but these guys in Europe play all over the world now, all the time, and I think the Europeans are more coped to play in all kinds of conditions now, and I don't think anybody's the favourite. I just think it's going to come down to the captains who's going to manage the teams best, and I would say they're both very experienced, but I just think the Europeans are just going to win by half a point, or they'll tie and we'll retain the cup.
Okay, that's a good spirit. I like that. What can Nicola Colsaerts bring to the European team?
Yeah, I think what Europe's able to do a lot. We've done in the past is when we're in the team is the experienced guys will sit down with him, talk to him, get his feelings, get the feelings from the other players, make him feel comfortable. Hopefully the captain will speak to him, feel like who would you like to play with, and who would you feel comfortable with, and also explain to him, obviously, for me when I played, I would play with anybody, but that's part of being. Some players play more comfortable with other players, but he's going to be a very long hitter. Especially in the 4 balls, very important, and sometimes in the foursomes, I hear the courses will be fairly wide open, so we can blast it. And the guys, or someone like Luke Donald's who experienced, put in with him, who's going to be very, very steady.
That was my next question, and I was thinking too. I'd pair him with Luke Donald with his perfect irons. So who would you pair him up with?
Well, I'm not quite sure. I'd have to look down and sit down and ask him that question. But that's just an example, or someone. You must probably put the 2 Irish guys together or whatever. But, someone who's got a bit of who's going to be really, really, or even someone like Lee Westwood in the end of the day.
Yes, with the experience.
Yeah, the experience, and he's always pretty straight off the tee, and he's consistent.
And a good putting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How can having played the Ryder Cup change your life?
I don't think it changes your life, but it's just being part of it. Everybody in Europe wants to be part of the Ryder Cup team, but it is getting one of the biggest tournaments in the world now. But even one of the biggest sponsorship, and it's the 3rd biggest in the world, behind the Olympics and the World Cup or something like that.
Without prize money for the players.
That's exactly, and then you play for honour, and then that's what's fantastic about the Ryder Cup.
Yes. What can his participation bring to Belgium?
Well, I think that's it's a bit like Wales, when we had the Ryder Cup, and what I fetched for Wales, Celtic Manor, but now Nicholas is there. Hopefully, other players from Belgium and the people from Belgium will get more interested, and the golf will get bigger and bigger. and hopefully we'll have some more tournaments in Belgium. Maybe go for the Ryder Cup as well.
Yeah, and maybe having back the tournament in Le Zout where you played in 1999.
Well, exactly, yeah, and I played there a few times, and I miss going back to Belgium. I haven't been there for a while.
I recall you played the par 3 in Zouten. That was pretty bad.
Well, I do have some bad holes now.
So it's not only amateurs that have bad days.
No. I think sometimes you just get frustrated and you end up with a big score.
Yes, on one hole, unfortunately. If you would have one tip to give to the European team here at the Ryder Cup, what would it be?
Well, what would I want to give to them?
Well, as a tip.
As a tip, well, oh yeah, I say, well, listen to the captain, listen to the younger guys, listen. But it's only Nicholas who hasn't played before, so
yeah.
Everybody's a little bit more experienced. But I would say enjoy it. Enjoy the experience of being in the Ryder Cup, and also you try hard, but don't try too hard. When you try too hard, you don't perform at your best. So enjoy it, relax, and have a good time. And
which tip would you give an amateur to improve his game?
Well, I think, I've been asked this question millions and millions of times, and I think the secret about golf swing is keeping your head still. It's keeping it still when you go back, keeping it still when you come through, but also not going up and down. It's got to stay on the same plane as well.
Not the putting then?
The putting, putting it's a feel thing. Everybody has different actions, but first of all, you've got to hit the ball pretty good, and you can always practice your putting indoors, outdoors, whatever.
Yeah.
So hitting the ball is the most important.
Okay. What is your opinion on the democratization of golf?
Well, you could explain a little bit more to me. What do you mean by that?
Well, that it's not elite anymore.
No, exactly, because there's not more public courses. It's at the moment, the recession and everything. A lot of golf courses struggling. There is a little bit more of the elitists can only play golf again a little bit, but this will change hopefully in the future, in the next 5 or 6 years. And but the golf clubs are cheaper. The bags, the clothes, it's more, what we would say, more sexier,
yeah.
and everybody wants to play golf.
Okay. And what will the score be in Chicago?
As I say, 50-50, a tie.
A tie? No, then we don't bring home the cup.
Yes, you do. We are the retaining captains.
Oh, okay, so we keep, okay,
yes,
good.
It's a good.
He's a diplomat.
I sit on the fence.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you for all your time.
All right, bye-bye.
Mr. Torrance, what did the Ryder Cup mean to you?
The captaincy?
The captaincy and playing as well, because you played it 8 times.
Yeah, playing was fantastic. It was the highlight of my career, but the captaincy was without doubt the best thing that ever happened to me in golf.
And you had Ian Woosnam as a vice captain. How was the relationship?
We've been friends forever, so great.
It was a great captaincy as well, winning.
Well, the team played great. That was the important thing. It was nothing to do with me.
Okay. What are our chances as Europeans against the Americans?
They've got better. If you'd asked me 2 months ago, I'd have said America, but in the last 6-7 weeks, Europe have been very strong. 3 wins from McIlroy, Garcia winning, Laurie winning, so it's looking good.
And what about the 2 wild cards?
Yeah, they were the right picks. Couldn't pick anyone else.
So Poulter and because we are Belgians, Nicolas Colsaert is a good draw for you?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a great player. Won 2 match play. I think he won the Belgian match play, he won the world match play, and he was runner-up in the world match play. So he knows match play well. He's a very long hitter, and he's a good asset to the team.
So what can he bring to the team?
Points.
Just points, or his winning spirit?
Well, he's not won that many tournaments.
No, but in a group.
Yeah, he can play great. He can be a great asset to the team. But it's going to be a big occasion for him. He's going to get a shock.
Yes.
He needs to know what's coming.
And who would you pair him with as a captain?
Colsaert?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know the team that well now.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't mix with them. I don't play on that tour. I haven't played on that tour for 10 years, so it's impossible to say really.
Okay. And
I think Paul Laurie is asked to play with him.
Yes, because he's a good yeah. And what would be your counsel for him? So what would be your tip for him to
relax and enjoy?
relax and
Play his
enjoy for
game.
the Ryder Cup, or and for his career?
The career's finished. It's nothing to do with his career. This is the Ryder Cup. That's all he has to think about.
And what
Nothing
can
else.
his participation